A murderer is sentenced to life in prison. 42-year-old Robert Baimbridge faced the judge and the victim's family this morning in court after he pleaded guilty on Friday. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Matt Templeman.
And I'm Renee McCullough. KEZI 9 News reporter Nat Wynn is live in the studio tonight with details of the sentencing. It's our top story tonight at 6. Nat?
Renee and Matt, 51-year-old Moji Thole was the victim in this case. Thole's family was there, and while they didn't want to speak with us on camera, in the courtroom they were very vocal about their pain and anger towards Baimbridge and his actions. And people on both sides say it's a tragedy for everyone involved. Sentencing in a Lane County Circuit courtroom took only about 30 minutes. But the whole ordeal dates back to last October. The assistant district attorney says Thole was dating Baimbridge's ex-wife, who Thole had just recently kicked out after a domestic dispute. Baimbridge had apparently gone over to get Thole out and her back in.
A dispute broke out between him and Mr. Thole. Mr. Thole was struck with a hammer multiple times and possibly with other objects. Ultimately, it was determined by the medical examiner that he died from blunt force trauma.
And now, nearly 10 months later, the case came to a close in this courtroom. Baimbridge remained quiet, providing only a short apology when addressed by the judge.
He's terribly sorry for the incident. It was certainly fueled by addiction and panic, anxiety. He leaves behind a family, as Mr. Thole does. It was a horrific event.
While Baimbridge had admitted to killing Thole and setting his house on fire to cover it up, both sides had come to an agreement on how to close out this case.
Why did we agree to kind of come to this point and agree on a sentence?
To end the case. It avoids further litigation and ensures his conviction. We don't have a trial over self-defense. When it comes to self-defense, it's the state's burden to disprove it, not the defendant's burden to prove it.
And though he spoke only a few words, his attorney says it was out of respect for the victim's family.
He's just very sorry for his acts. He wanted to resolve this case, and he did so appropriately.
Now, neither family wanted to comment afterwards. Baimbridge was sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole after 25 years. He will also be serving 5.5 years for arson and a parole violation at the same time as the murder sentence. Live in the studio, Nana Wynn, KEZI 9 News.